Today's question is actually a really tough one for me to answer, to believe it or not. And that is, what is the difference between a mortgage lender and a mortgage broker? Hello, friends. This is Ella Gerfinkel, Senior Loan Officer with Team Ella at Fairway Independent Mortgage. And welcome to another Ask Ella show. This is a safe place. This is a place where you can ask any mortgage-related or real estate questions and not be embarrassed. There is no dumb or stupid questions. You just don't know what you don't know. I'm actually going to take that question or kick it up a notch, as Emerald says, and I'm going to add another category in there, and that's mortgage banks, or big banks, rather. There's really three distinct differences between those three categories. The loan officer or mortgage originator working at your local big box bank or medium box bank, nothing against those guys, are what's called registered MLOs, mortgage loan originators. They're not required to take the pre-education or continuing education and pass the testing to become licensed to originate loans by virtue of working for either a regional or a national bank. They're registered with an MLS system, basically a national database of all loan officers. They get their background check done, their fingerprints, etc., credit report run, just like the rest of us, with one main distinction. They're registered, not licensed. The next type of institution where you can get your mortgage at is a mortgage bank. And I happen to be a mortgage banker, so full disclosure. And that's one of the reasons why it's a tough question for me. Because frankly, I've been on two sides of the fence. I've never worked for a big box bank. And a mortgage lender or a mortgage bank is essentially a financial institution that lends money that is technically its own. So when you sign your mortgage note and trust deed at closing, you will see the mortgage banking company's name on it as the financial institution you owe money to that needs to be repaid. Yes, that paper, loan is paper in mortgage speak, gets sold or transferred usually within first 60 days after closing, and then it can get transferred again throughout the life of the loan. But the main distinction is that it's our money that we're lending as an institution. Now, unlike a loan officer at a bank, we're licensed. We've been required to take X number of hours of pre-education to get licensed nationally. Then for each state, we have to hold a license as well to be able to write business or originate loans. So there is additional education hours for each state. Every year we have to go through continuing education, both federally and per state that we're licensed. And we have to pass tests. And that's our licensing. Now, every so often, our background checks have to be updated. Every so often, our credit reports have to be rerun. Every so often, we have to redo our fingerprints. This piece is the same for everybody writing mortgage loans, mortgage paper. Mortgage brokers now are also licensed. But the big difference between a mortgage banker and a mortgage broker is that we write our own paper on the mortgage banking side. We have control over the process on the inside of the institution effectively, whereas a mortgage broker is working with multiple lending institutions, multiple banks to place your loan into that particular bank that fits the box. Can they get you a better interest rate at times? Absolutely. Is it every time? Not necessarily. Depends on the situation. Can they control the process? Because really most of the process from processing the loan or from submission of the loan till the finish is done on the lender's side, not at the mortgage broker's side. And that is probably the biggest distinction. How much control do you want of your transaction from the people that you're working with? Yes, rates are absolutely important. So yes, definitely shop around. You should never deprive yourself of that. But it's the control and it's the service levels that may differentiate the two in real life. And that, my friends, is my story about that. Now, if you have additional questions, and I'm sure you always do, DM me, comment below, and please don't forget to subscribe to my Insta. And again, remember, this is a safe place. I don't bite first for your questions. I may bite you back if you're getting a little ornery, but then so can I. I'll see you in the next one.